Hello everyone, I am Dr. Deepa. Today we learn about the brachial artery. As we all very well know that the brachial artery is the artery of the arm. We study the brachial artery under the following headings, that is the extent of the brachial artery, the course of the brachial artery, relations, the branches and the applied aspect. To begin with the extent of the brachial artery, this brachial artery is nothing but the continuation of the axillary artery in the axilla. The axillary artery which is seen in the axilla continues as the brachial artery in the arm beneath the lower border of the teres major muscle. Yes, distal to this muscle, that is teres major, the artery is seen as the brachial artery in the arm. This artery descends straight down to enter the elbow in the cubital fossa, where it ends by terminating into its two branches, that is the radial and the ulnar branches. Regarding the branches of the brachial artery, the entire brachial artery gives 5 branches. Yes, it gives 5 branches in total. The very first and the largest branch is called as the profunda brachii artery. Yes, the very first and the largest branch of the brachial artery is the profunda brachii artery. This artery arises from the brachial artery and it runs posteriorly, accompanied by the radial nerve along the posterior surface of the humerus within the spiral groove, where the artery is seen dividing into the ascending and descending branches and taking part in the anastomosis of the elbow below and the shoulder joint above. So, the largest branch of the brachial artery is nothing but the profunda brachii artery. The second branch of the brachial artery is the nutrient artery. Yes, the nutrient artery is the second branch of the brachial artery, which is seen arising from the artery just along its midway. Once the artery arises from the brachial artery, the artery enters the nutrient foramen to supply the humerus. The third branch is the superior ulnar collateral artery. Yes, this superior ulnar collateral artery is the third branch arising from the brachial artery. It arises from the brachial artery somewhere in the middle of the arm, just beneath the insertion of the coracobrachialis. Once this artery arises, it runs medially, pierces the medial intramuscular septae along with the ulnar nerve and descends down along the posterior part of the lower half of the arm. At the level of the elbow, the same artery pierces the deep fascia and takes part in the elbow anastomosis. The next branch is the inferior ulnar collateral branch. This inferior ulnar collateral arises from the brachial artery just about 5 centimeters above the bend of the elbow. Yes, just above the elbow, the brachial artery gives one branch, that is inferior ulnar collateral artery. This inferior ulnar collateral descends down and participates in the elbow anastomosis. The last branch of the brachial artery is nothing but the muscular branches. Yes, the muscular branches supplying the muscles of the anterior compartment, which are the coracobrachialis, the biceps brachii and the brachialis. All these muscles of the anterior compartment are supplied by the branches of the brachial artery. So this is about the 5 branches of the brachial artery. I repeat, the branches of the brachial artery are: number 1 is the profunda brachii artery, which is the first and the largest branch. This artery runs backward, accompanied by the radial nerve along the posterior surface of the radial groove and supplies the posterior compartment. The second branch is the nutrient artery. once it arises from the brachial artery, pierces the nutrient foramen to supply the humerus. Number 3 is the superior ulnar collateral. This superior ulnar collateral arises in the middle of the arm, where it is seen piercing the medial intermuscular septa along with the ulnar nerve and takes part in the elbow anastomosis as it descends downwards. The fourth branch is the inferior ulnar collateral artery, which again participates in the anastomosis around the elbow, where it is seen arising from the brachial artery about 5 centimeters above the bend of the elbow. The last is nothing but the muscular branches given out from the brachial artery, which supplies the muscles of the anterior compartment. So these are the branches of the brachial artery. Moving on to the relations of the brachial artery. Yes, the relations of the brachial artery, as we all have very well studied, there is anterior relations, posterior relations, the medial relation and the lateral relation. Firstly, we look for the relations anterior to the artery. Yes, anteriorly, the entire brachial artery is related to one nerve, which is called as the median nerve. As we can very well see here, the median nerve is the nerve which is anteriorly related to the brachial artery, and this nerve is seen crossing the brachial artery from lateral to medial side. Yes, the median nerve crosses the brachial artery from lateral to medial side. So, in the upper part of the artery, the nerve is lateral to the artery, whereas in lower part, the nerve is medial to the artery. So, this makes up the anterior relation of the artery. As we have already seen, the artery is almost superficial throughout its extent. When we talk about the posterior relations of the brachial artery, yes, posteriorly the artery in the upper half is related to the coracobrachialis. In the lower half, the posteriorly the artery is seen resting on the brachialis muscle. Medially, in the upper part, the artery is related to the medial cutaneous nerve of forearm and the ulnar nerve, whereas in the lower part, the artery is seen related to the median nerve. Yes, medially, in the upper part, the artery is related to two nerves, that is medial cutaneous nerve of forearm and the ulnar nerve, whereas in the lower part, the artery is related to the median nerve. Moving on to the lateral relations, yes, laterally, the brachial artery is related to the median nerve in the upper part, whereas in the lower part, the artery is related to the biceps tendon. So this is about the relations of the brachial artery. Moving on to the applied aspect or clinical importance of this brachial artery, as we all very well know that the brachial artery is the artery of the arm. It is seen in the cuboidal fossa as well. The pulsation of the brachial artery is very well auscultated and also be felt in the cuboidal fossa in front of the elbow bend, and this brachial artery pulsation is mainly used to record the blood pressure accurately. So this is about the clinical importance of the brachial artery. So to have a quick revision, we have studied the brachial artery under the following headings, that is the extent of the brachial artery, the course of the brachial artery, the branches of the brachial artery, the relations of the brachial artery, and of course the clinical importance of the brachial artery. Thank you.